you talk about, as maybe a bit of an aside, but that we Americans like to spin up conspiracy theories about assassinations
We do.
of our presidents. So that's certainly very true, maybe truer than most, about Lincoln's assassination.
There was a long literature, actually, began with a chemist named Otto Eisenschimmel many, many decades ago that implicated Secretary of War Stanton and blamed the radicals were unhappy with Lincoln for not being harsher on the former Confederates. And what they wanted to do was get him out of the way. They thought they could manipulate Andrew Johnson if they got Andrew Johnson in charge. So then they would pose these questions. How come no one was guarding Lincoln that night? How come the only bridge over the Potomac that wasn't guarded is the one that Booth escaped across? All of these.
Yep.
How come Grant didn't go to the play with Lincoln? The Lincolns asked them. Well, they didn't because Mrs. Lincoln didn't like, Mrs. Grant didn't like Mrs. Lincoln. There are answers to all the questions, but they put all these together, added 2 and 2 and got 5, and said that it was a plot on the part of the radical wing of the Republican Party to get rid of Lincoln because Lincoln didn't want to be harsh enough on the South.
Yeah, it's difficult to believe that dramatic, sometimes catastrophic things happen for seemingly that the random, as you said, loser.
It's not satisfying. You want a more satisfying, and that is a big conspiracy is better. There are all these forces at work to get rid of Lincoln, not just that the one guy assigned to guard Lincoln, there's no Secret Service then, went across the street to get a drink. And Booth had played in that theater many times. He knew exactly the layout. He'd come in earlier. He'd arrange. It's just, that's the way it worked out.
And I have to say, it's kind of interesting. I have to be honest with my own mind that, I love a good conspiracy. My brain does.
Almost everybody does.
I think it's, what is it? It's maybe depressing or heartbreaking to know that so much destruction be caused by random events. You want there to be a larger system at play that it makes you feel like there's a meaning to this whole thing, as opposed to the tides of history can turn on a stupid actor shooting one of the greatest, if not the greatest president in the history.
That's correct. Killing him, jumping out of the presidential box, breaking his leg when he hit the stage, limping off and getting away. Yep.
Over 700,000 people dead. These epic battles, all of that. Lincoln survives all of it. And then there's...
When they had the grand review in Washington, when Sherman's armies and the Army of the Potomac marched over 2 days, this amazing display of the troops that had won, the main troops who had run the war, one of the most common comments was, Lincoln's not here. Of all people who should have been here, Lincoln should have been here, and he doesn't get to watch this. He's not in the presidential box watching this. And the soldiers talked about it too.
It's heartbreaking, really. Especially, I would have loved to see his evolution as a leader, as a human being, and the words he may have found to direct us as a country, in the Reconstruction.
Yep, it would have been different. We can't tell how different, but it would have been different, and I think it would have worked more smoothly.